always keep that in your mind. And when you're training, always express this goal. This helps people understand numbers games until they start building grit and get better. 10% are not going to move forward no matter what. 80% of homeowners are folks like you and I. With common sense and reason, they might move forward. They might make a decision. But they have to have analytics. They have to have facts. And they have to be able to trust you. Those 80% of homeowners, you have to build rapport. You have to work towards. And when you're training people, they're not going to be able to get these 80%. They're only going to get the other 10%, which we're going to go here in a minute. But this 80% of folks is going to take time to build rapport with them. And then to complete the 10-80-10 rule, you have what I call good homeowners. These are awesome folks. Hello, everyone. I guess we're live. This is Jose with A1 Roofing Solutions. I'm the CEO over here at A1 Roofing. We're explaining the 10-80-10 rule when it applies to sales. Recap, 10% of homeowners are not going to want to proceed with things. They're just people that usually analytically don't. You have another 80% of folks that do like to proceed with facts and reason. They're a little bit harder to convince. And then you have another 10% to complete that cycle, the 10-80-10 rule, of just folks that are just real nice. These are folks that they'll invite you in for water. They'll invite you in for coffee, for a snack. They'll let you use the restrooms. They'll let you know that they want to proceed. They'll let you know that you're cool. They'll want to talk to you for hours, right? These are the 10% of folks you really want to work with and help out when you're first starting. But it's a numbers game, right? And the reason I express the 10-80-10 rule is to not have guys get discouraged when they're first starting. If you only knock 10 doors, right? You knock 10 doors, hypothetically speaking, in an ideal perfect world, out of those 10 doors, it's safe to say that 10% of them aren't going to move forward with you anyways. So what's 10% of 10? It's one, right? So one client you already lost out of 10 doors. It's safe to say that another 10% will probably move forward with you. So that's one client you can almost guarantee that if 10 doors open up in an ideal perfect world and all 10 of those doors that open were prospects that own the house, it's safe to say 10% won't proceed, 10% will proceed. And then the other 80%, you're going to have to work, right? With your experience over time and using the system and the process and improving on it, you're going to work on those other 80% to get them to move forward. So it's important to understand that when you're starting. And let any new greener guys underneath you understand that as well when you're starting. That those 80%, you're going to have to work on those percentiles over time. The other 10%, you're never going to get the bad 10%. The good 10%, you're always going to get those. So it's I leave it as a double-sided blade, is the way I explain it to new guys. You're going to have to do a lot of volume. This is a numbers game when you're starting. I'm not trying to be negative by telling folks that they're not going to be able to perceive those 10%, those bad 10%. I'm trying to be positive, setting proper expectations, and letting new guys know that they will still get the good 10%. You just have to do numbers game, right? There's no reason for them not to be successful in this industry if they understand that number and they understand that with a system and a process being a script, they can improve on the other 80%. So it's important. It's vital that you guys not only understand that, but that you guys coach that. And ideal world, I'm saying if you knock 10 doors and they open, right? Being realistic, and then both of you guys have canvassed, I'm sure you can vouch for this, being realistic, you probably have to knock 250 doors to get 50 doors open. Out of those 50 doors to open, they say that only 20 of them are homeowners. You know, out of those 20, then you apply your 10-80-10 rule. What's 10% of 20? 2. So is that safe to say on those analytics? If you did that, you'd probably have 2 leads, right? So that's how I show realistic numbers when I'm educating new guys. And that's something you guys have to understand. That's why it's a numbers game. That's why it's a volumes game. Even if you have no experience, you just start, you're going to get those good 10% in volume. So it's important to emphasize volume and push volume. Once you have trained someone up for a week or 2, now you have analytics. You should be tracking their analytics every day. Now you have analytics on how they're doing. Now you know, hey, if Paul, John, and Robert each knock 200 doors, each of them are going to get 2 leads consistently, right? So now you have analytics. Next week, after that, now you can push on getting on those 80% percentile people by practicing and role playing and overcoming objections. And that's when you start getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leads a day. So it's just knowing that and practicing on that. 10, 80, 10 rule, guys. It never fails. So once more, thank you guys for sticking through this presentation. This was the sales pitch for door to door. Once more, that's my information. If you guys don't have that, I know you have it, Alex. Feel free to take a picture of it. That is my cell phone. That is my email. If you guys have questions, you guys are stuck on stuff, feel free to give me a call. If I don't answer, shoot me a text or shoot me an email. So we're gonna do a break. We're gonna do a 30-minute break, restroom break, get some lunch, and then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna do the second portion of our training, which is gonna be rebuttals and objections, and that's the next part to the script. All right, thank you guys.
The AC down.
It's hot.
It's freezing in here.
Do you want me to turn it up?
Down. AC down. To turn the heat on.
If you turn the AC down, it's gonna get cold. If you turn the AC up, it's gonna get hotter. Right?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to take a 30. So you're live on TV.
Uh-huh.
You're in Texas. They're watching you now.
Okay.
And so take a 30-minute break. So while you're taking your 30-minute break, I'm going to go on.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk about crypto and some other BS and stuff like that. And then what time you're going to want to come back on?
So let's say it's 12:10, so 12:40.
12:40. You'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Make sure you guys use the rest. I made some rice. If you guys want some rice, I just made some rice right now. Right out of the box.
Mexican rice?
Just rice. It's white rice.
Just white rice.
Yeah, get some carbon. Nothing special. Fancy.
All right, Fly Mackey here. We're at A1 Roofing here in Phoenix, Arizona today. And yeah, they're doing some training. It's really good stuff. I love to watch this. They're going to be opening a division or an office in Houston. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch how they grow and scale their business and stuff like that. So you guys, stay tuned. And yeah, is that a good signal? Kinda, not really. I mean, it looks pretty good on TV. Let me see what my other monitor looks like. So they're having some fun. Woo. Yeah. Picture looks great too on TV, by the way. Anyway, a lot of things going on in the crypto world. And, Bitcoin, oh my gosh. You guys, you remember back in the day, you guys have been following me for the last 10 years. And I've been talking about Bitcoin. I listen, Fly Mackey here, founder of Smart Money Culture Television Network. And I've made millions. I've lost millions. And let me tell you, they have a saying in business: no risk it, no biscuit, right? And so constantly risking, constantly stretching ourselves, but once again, you only get one chance in life. And so, trying to be safe all the time, some of you have to. I'm not talking to you guys. Well, I'm talking to everybody, but listen, if you're the kind of person that has to keep things safe, you have to have your job. And I totally understand it, especially if you have a family with kids, listen, it's one thing to grow up poor, like my kids did. And like I was for many years. They didn't grow up poor, but we didn't have everything, that's for sure. Okay. And it's one thing to kids want a place to live, but once again, they want mommy and daddy more than anything. So, I don't know. You guys have to make your own decisions on what it's like to take risk. Okay. And I've been the kind of guy when I got a chance to do something, just took major risks all the time. And I'll spend my last dime risking my business. And I've made millions of dollars, and I've lost millions of dollars. And I can tell you this, it's better to have it than not have it, but it's great to risk, and it's great to put myself out there. So we don't tell anybody what to do, but we're not financial advisors over here either. We're not giving any financial advice. But what I do like to say to folks out there is that, you know, if you have credit, then you can risk somebody else's money. And then when you learn how to become your own banker, that even is better. So let's take a look at enough of my BS. Let's take a look at some. Let's see what's going on with Bitcoin right now. Ooh, there's Bitcoin right there, trading at $56,471. See that? Hold on one second. I got to get rid of this tab right here. Let's pull it up. Hold on one second. Bam. There you go. Bitcoin trading at $56,471.68. Look at that. And you've got, let me get back over to that tab because I can see better. So the market cap on Bitcoin today is $1,115,000,000,000. And the daily trading volume is $25 billion, and is trading look at that, 2.25% of the volume market cap that is trading in volume. Okay, which is it's good. You want to be there or around 5%, 2 to 5%. That's some volatility. That things you can get in there and buy and sell in that. The all-time high for Bitcoin is $73,781. I mean, there's a lot going on, guys and gals. Move that over. There's a lot going on. Today I'm in A1 Roofing Studios. I should say studios. This is their training and studio room. But it is hot in Arizona. We're not going to be here but for the day, and then we're moving on, and we'll be traveling California and Washington. Of course, we have to go through Oregon, California, Oregon, Washington. We're going to go back down through Idaho, and then back through to Montana, and then back down to Oklahoma. So we're going to be riding some horses down there in Oklahoma, and we're going to be on some cutting horses. You know, for those of for gathering cattle, and yeah. So and then we're going to be heading back down there to Texas. And once again, you guys looking for credit, don't be afraid to go get your. Why isn't my at the bottom? I don't see any. Why is that? Hold on a second. I want to do a. How do I do that? My little mustache is growing.
That's our training room, so that's where we do our training. That's where we do our company meetings.
I look funny when I got my mouth open like that. There we go. That took about 30 seconds. All right, there we go. You guys can always go down there. We teach about credit all the time. I'm going to turn the camera this way right here. Let's take a little look here. I want to take a little look at what's going on with some Bitcoin here. And while we're doing that, I'm looking. Let me hold on. I'll be right back. Austin,
Yeah,
come here.
I'm on phone. I'm training right now. What do you need?
I'm yelling at somebody in the other office. Come here.
I'm working, sir.
He's working. He ain't got time to be lollygagging. We're live on
Uh-huh.
TV in Texas. Say hello to Texas.
Howdy,
This
howdy.
is Corpus Christi, Austin. No, Corpus Christi. Sorry, Austin. Corpus Christi, Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Texas, and Lake Charles, Louisiana. Thank you for inviting us into your home every single day. You know me. I'm Fly Mackey. This is my good friend Austin. Austin, introduce yourself. Say who you are and what's going on with you.
Hey, I'm Austin. I'm honestly really excited to be the guy that goes to every single home and does a good health inspection. We do our best to make sure we educate our homeowners on what's going on so that we can help you. But my job here is.
But you're what? You're fixing to have a baby.
I am. I got a baby.
I told him, you know what causes that stuff? Cut it out.
I know it's hard. You know,
He's married.
Gets me good. Yeah, I'm good and married. Try to keep faithful to my wife all the time. You know I do.
Yeah.
But in general, yeah, in terms of the roofing side of things, we really do our best to help educate people more than anything. And that's coming through a thorough inspection. So please give us some time to really get the heartbeat of your roof and everything that's going on. And let us know sooner than later. Be proactive.
Well, you're not in Texas yet, but they're gonna be.
Oh, we will be.
You're gonna be in
It's
Houston.
inevitable.
We just talked to the owner today, and he said, yeah, he's already working on getting down there to Houston, which is gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
So we're just doing some introductions. You're gonna hear me talk about A1 a little bit. Every day or whatever. You know how I am. I'll just start babbling before you know it. I'm like, what are you talking about? Where are these guys? I'm looking them up. They're not here, but they're coming. Okay. And great company, licensed, bonded, insurance, all that good stuff. But even more than that is the quality of people that work there. I love these guys. Anyway, good buddy of mine. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Fixing to have a baby. Do you know what you're having?
Baby girl.
Oh boy, you're in trouble.
I'm in for it.
Yeah,
I'm in for it.
You're in trouble.
Only
Anyway,
Lord knows.
I pulled him out of an interview. He was yelling at me. Can you believe? Do you hear him yelling at me?
Oh, we yell at each other all the time.
All right.
In the good way, though. It's all healthy.
Yeah, it's all healthy. I'll let you get back to work, Austin.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let me see. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see this, but here's the bank. That's purple. And there's the deposit. Oh, I see the. Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah.
All the way in the back. Yeah, by the door or something like that. But yeah, we'll go over those affordability options on Wednesday. So we're gonna follow up with them. And then on Wednesday, and hey, I thought it was interesting if you guys done anything with the insurance side of things. That's when it's like, hey man, no offense, but we have an active leak. What are we trying to do here actually? So honestly, if you wait any longer, I can't even work with you. You're gonna have to get an engineer.
That look a little better? We're live. Okay. Well, we have a little bit of glare. That's okay. So I just want to show you something. Here's the bank. Here's your deposit. Here's your interest. As soon as you put your deposit in the bank, the money's no longer yours. As soon as you put your money in the bank, this is actually deposit is the principal. Principal. I'm not very good at handwriting. Principal. Okay. Once you put your deposit in, the principal and the interest is no longer yours. No longer yours, no longer yours. And they get to do what they want with it. By the way, we're not against the banks, okay? Hold on a second. You see Bitcoin. I have the chart down here of Bitcoin right down here so you can see what's going on. But as soon as you put your deposit in the bank, the principal and the interest is no longer yours. And there's not, listen, this is totally cool stuff. You can use the same concepts to be your own banker. And for those of you who are doing contracting, who are having something done, and if you have a HELOC, home equity line of credit, that's a HELOC, home equity line of credit. If you have a HELOC, you can get a HELOC. If you don't have, well, the sun's shining on it. There's nothing I could do on that. Yeah, that one you can see a little bit better. But trying to make this a little, we make it a little entertaining. Sometimes it's a little entertaining, sometimes it ain't. But what happens is if you have a HELOC, okay, then you want to let's say the price of your roof or your remodel. Let's say you're doing a remodel and that remodel is $40,000, okay? So just remember this: when you have a house, you have your foundation, you have your foundation, the walls, the windows, and the roof. Okay. So remember this: you have the house. Okay. That is awful. That is awful, ugly drawing. You have the roof, and you have your windows. You have the walls. Okay, and foundation. These are the four main things. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now you got a lot of other stuff in there too, But these three things right here is what keeps your house weatherproof, and the foundation. This is what keeps your house what's called weatherproof. And so the if you divide this up, that's 25%. And then you have then you have everything that goes in it, like the plumbing and the electricity and the insulation, et cetera, and the drywall. You get my point, right? And the carpet or the tile or whatever. You got lots of things, that make up the inside of the house inside of this, right? And so it's divided up to, and then parts. So this is number 5, okay? So if you divide that out, you have 5/5, and the roof is 20%. Okay. So when you're doing a remodel, the value of your roof should be about 20% of the entire house. I know that sounds crazy. But if this is for your forever house, and you're trying to get keep the house as an asset and not a liability, and let's say you have plans to keep this house more than 10, 20 years, you want to keep it in the family for 30, 40, 50 years, or even more. My friend up there in Montana on the Rocky Boy Indian Reservation, there is a little house that was made over 100 years ago that is still perfect. Why is that? The roof is still perfect. The walls are still perfect. The foundation is, because they made things differently then. And it was made to last for decades and decades and decades and decades. So when you get a house here, look at this right here. And let's say your house is $400,000, $400,000 house. Okay. Go ahead and just do some math on that, because this is really cool stuff. And by the way, I'm not an expert like these guys are an experts, but we sold a few houses, blah, blah, blah. 400. Okay. 20% of that is going to be $80,000. And then your roof is going to be somewhere between half of that, which is 40, and the 80, depending on what you really want to put into that roof. And all right, we're in commercial break now. What's up? Yeah. No, I went on and I did it myself. It was trying to connect to the computer. I went in and did it myself. Duh. Probably. So Jose is going to come on. He's doing some training, and he's going to be. So I'm going to talk for about another, I think, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes or something like that. And then I'm going to let him come back on and do his training for his. So they're going to open an office there. They're going to open an office in Texas, and they're in Houston. So we're going to work a deal. Isn't that great? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, get them. Please get them over. He needs them, and you don't have to edit them. Let him do it. Let yeah. Let him let him let him do it. Let him whatever has to be done. Just let him do it. He just wants the vid. He needs them too, so we can launch this thing. So what did Dan say? Did Dan reach out yet? Because Faith, Adam said yesterday that he was going to reach out to him. He's confident. He can't wait. He hopes. I sure hope you get it. If you get it, he's going to sell me the business. And anyway, let's. I'm on commercial break right now. The um, something else I was going. There's a reason I was calling you. I can't. Oh, those contracts. Did you get that contract out? I need it. Just it doesn't have to be perfect. Just send it out and say, "Hey, Stephen, talk to Stephen, not Chris. Chris Nagel, because Stephen is doing the talking on his behalf. Stephen's in charge of all the shows. I'm pretty sure. Just email Stephen and say, Stephen, this is what the contract looks like for content. And basically all we're doing is we're going to give them a show. So we need to know the 4 names of the shows and the times that they normally do that. And then tell them that we're going to stream, that we will stream their, that we will, but while they are doing that we need to stream, and then ask them, is there any, on a note, is there any way, say, would you be willing to let, or say, in order for us to give this to you free, 2, we would want you to let Fly Mackey come onto your network. And by the way, they don't have a big audience. They do have followers, but they don't have big audiences on there. And say, would you be willing to let Fly Mackey have a show on your network to talk about credit, and that we would eventually move, and you could tell them they could do the show themselves. 2, I don't know. Do you need me to write this out for you? Okay. Yeah. I can do that, because what we want to do is because they have, they don't have big followings, but I think they're like a couple of 100,000 or 40,000 or something like that. He doesn't have a big following, but he definitely has a hell of a business going for himself. So anyway, I can't believe I got this thing going. I should be done with these commercials here quick. Well, I thought you were moving me on, and let's. We don't have to give them any notice. I can just tell them, see you later. Well, I don't know that to be true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have iPads already. Yeah, I need service. It's like $20 a month for each one of them, the service, to have the service. And I think they're I don't know how that, I can't remember. They're not expensive. It shouldn't be anyway. Yeah, I'm not paying for the device. We're just paying. Okay. Now they got, what's his name back on? I had it. How did he get back on? They have Dustin. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get on right now and try to do it myself. But okay, you can watch me. All right. Mm-mm. We're going to switch over any second. Okay, what did I do? We're going to go on in just a second. I think I messed up what I was doing. I'm not really sure. I was live. Oh, there we are. No, we went to commercial. Man, I look totally different. So when they put makeup on you, makeup and the lighting and shit, see how much better I look? I mean, seriously, they make you look like somebody different.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking amazing. I was on the other day. The guy said, "That ain't you on TV." I said, "No, that's when they put makeup on you and the lighting's, and you're in studio and shit." And he goes, well, "You look damn good and when you're on TV, but you don't look so great in life." I'm like, "Oh man, you're killing me." All right, hold on a second. I screwed it up. This is my TV network out in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 5 channels out there. I go live on TV all the time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? What are you doing for us right now?
We're
Streaming it? Just to
we don't stream. This is television.
yeah.
In the
Or I
homes.
meant like go live on TV.
We actually do stream too. Sorry.
Okay.
We we're
Okay.
He's gonna do some business and
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna come sell some roofs too
Nice.
and some of the stuff we're gonna put on TV and
Oh,
stuff.
sweet. Okay.
Hey, are you there? So I don't know what I did, but I screwed it up. I saw that. Well, thank you. Am I at 2 p.m.? Am I at noon or am I at 2 p.m.? Should I be on 2 p.m.? So I'm in any desk now. I'm in the software.
Okay, what time does the clock say on the actual runtime software master play? It's a little box that Rick has out.
Is it? Oh, it says actual time
Go ahead.
It says 14:47 and 9 seconds.
So we're at 1400
Oh,
right now currently.
Oh,
So
gotcha. We're at 1400 hours. Oh, gotcha. So it's 2 p.m. That's where I screwed it up. Let me do it.
Okay.
Hold on.
So never confuse yourself. Always go off that clock if you're ever confused.
Well,
Just
duh.
used to fuck me up.
No, I did that, Faith. Hey,
We
Faith.
originally had it connected to a different time, not Rick's time.
All right. So I had it right. I'm in at 1400 hours. So I clicked on video. Take the video up to the 1400 hours.
It's on 10%.
Mhm.
Okay. Second here.
Then I'm on live source, and then there's like 12 minutes left in the hour. So I'm gonna back that out to 12 minutes, or I should say 11 minutes. I just do, let's just do 10 minutes. Apply. Apply. Then I'm gonna save it,
I'm watching you.
and then now I'm exiting it, and I don't hit resume playlist. Right? Don't touch that.
Not yet. You need to go to load
What do you mean load?
on the bottom right. You need to go to did you hit save?
Yeah, I hit save and then I exit it.
Right, but then you need to hit. Here, I'm gonna start over.
No, that's no. Hold on. He said I didn't have to do that. I hit save, exit, and then go back, and he said hit resume play in progress.
No, you need to load the playlist.
Oh,
But there you go.
no, it's not. I'm not loading a playlist because I'm going live.
But you want to though, because you've edited it. So to properly do it, you gotta go to open, hit yes, and then whatever playlist you just saved and edited, that's what should be here. And then you hit the
Where you're going too fast.
where?
Yeah, you're not helping me out.
No worries. So if you wanted to again do what you just did and went edit playlist.
Okay, I'm watching.
Yep, edit playlist. Yeah, this is the most helpful right here for me. Was to watch this.
All right, go ahead.
Do it live.
Now you're gonna hit Thursday
Yep, you got it.
as soon as it
So,
comes up.
just 1 second. Just be patient with it. You know that, or else it gets a little
Yeah.
pissy. Mhm. So we go to Thursday, and then for me, I'd always match what was on our little game time clock. Right
Yeah,
there.
1449. That's 1400 hours.
Yep. So we would be at the bottom hour of 2 p.m.
Okay.
And right now, we.
Oh, that's where I should have. That's where I should have. No, that's all I needed to do. I should have gone to the bottom part of the hour.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, to watch this, David, this
So right here, I should have gone right here to 1429.
Yeah, and actually, for some reason, David, this is an old playlist. This says that you loaded the playlist that says Good Friday. This is back from Easter. This says
I have no faith. Can we just? Yeah, you're.
Okay.
I'm just trying to go live for 9 minutes.
Okay.
Get me live right now for 9 minutes, and then let's get Jose on for the next. How long is his training after that? Did you say 30 more minutes?
I think it's until 7 p.m.
Well, let's do another 30 minutes, and we'll.
Well, when you stay there, don't click anything, please.
I'm not touching nothing.
But David, earlier I was not trying to.
See,
yell
this
at
is
you.
what happens
I
when
wasn't
you.
yelling at you.
No, you're working. You
Yeah,
got shit to
I
do.
was closing, and so I don't want to get thrown off.
Bam.
1 second.
That's like when we go into a house, and I'd say, Austin, please stop talking.
It's out of respect for each other.
I don't think it's out of respect. It has nothing to do with respect. It has to do with the who's in. There can only be one quarterback.
But that's you trusting that I'm in that quarterback mode. And
That's right.
So it's
What's that?
that's all it is.
I usually just copy and paste your actual life.
You the man.
You're the man.
You the man.
You're doing a
I
good
am
job.
the man.
You're doing a
There's
good
no
job.
doubt that I am the
You're
man.
doing a good job.
You're doing a better job.
All right,
No, that's
now
respect.
you want it 15 like in 9 minutes?
No, put me on for 8 minutes, and then Jose's coming in, and I want his class to go live.
All right. So we're gonna go back to 14.
Yeah, just give me a couple of more minutes. I want to finish this thought that I was doing here with what people freak out. See, the pricing that I do is nothing like what most people do. So you have 5 areas of the house. 20% of the house is the roof. If your house is $400,000, your roof should be somewhere between $40,000 and $80,000. Price of your house, your roof. I am fucking accurate. I'm accurate as hell. That's why I sell prices higher than anybody else. And I'm not selling, $20,000 roofs on a $400,000 house because you're under. You can do that. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that you're not there. The real price should be somewhere between 40 and 80,000. Not. I'm on.
Yes, sir.
All right. And welcome back, Texas. You got me for about 6 minutes. That's it. Can you believe that? Thank you. Corpus Christi and Houston, College Station, Beaumont, and Lake Charles, Louisiana. Thank you for inviting us into your homes. Anyway, you guys know me. I'm Fly Mackey, the host of the Fly Mackey Show, CEO of Smart Money Culture Television. And, so I was going over, we're in Arizona today. We're going to be in California, going up through Portland, Seattle, back down to Boise, then up to the Rocky Boy Indian Reservation in Montana. And then we're going to be coming back through Oklahoma, where we're going to be riding some cutting horses. It's cattle, you got to gather them cattle. and then from there, we're going to go down to Texas. Okay. But I got you for a few minutes. And then after that, you're going to get to listen to some training. And this is some really good training. These guys are coming to Texas. And let me just talk to you a little bit about the what I was talking about earlier. Hold on one second. There we are. Look at that big head of mine. So we were talking about roofs, right? And by the way, I'm not the professional remodeler, but when you have a house, and let's say this house is worth $400,000, okay? We just want you to know when they come knocking on your door, you're getting somebody, and in Texas, you don't have to be licensed to be a contractor. And there's a lot of great contractors out there, been doing it for decades, who's not licensed. So I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just saying when these guys come out, they're going to be licensed, bonded, insured. But let's say you have a house, and this is kind of something you maybe expect, okay? If you have a house, it's $400,000, and you divide that house into 5 major areas, right? You got the foundation, the walls, the windows, the roof, and then all the stuff that goes on the inside, like the trusses, which goes really on the roof, but everything on the inside, like the electricity, the plumbing, the carpet, the tile, you name it, the cabinets. Okay. So that would be the other 5th. But when you know 20% of your house, and your house is worth 400,000, then and let's say it's Brent, 400,000, that 20% of that is going to be 80 grand. And so somewhere between 40,000 and 80,000 is what you're going to want to invest in your house in order to get that brand new roof. Now, when you do that, the reason you do that is because you're going to put a roof on that's going to last for decades and decades and decades, which is what you want. Okay. Now, you're the homeowner. You do what you want with your own house. But when you drive up to your house and you look at your house, you say, man, I am so proud of my house. Look at the way it looks. Well, it starts with the roof. And of course, the shingles is not what it is, but it's everything under it. Okay. Anyway, that's just a little idea of what a roof is going to cost. By the way, too, is you're hiring people that know what they're doing, manufactured, certified people who are certified from the manufacturers. These guys know what they're doing. And you want a contractor like that, right? Who actually shows up with the material when they lay out the presentation to you and say, hey, this is what we're going to put on your roof. Isn't it great when they show up and that's actually what they're putting on the roof, or that's actually the job you pay for? Yeah, exactly. So anyway, you got me for a couple of more minutes. Let's look at Bitcoin just real quick. Holy cow. Can you believe this? Man, it is moving. Look at that. Whew. Wow. Well, I guess, trading right now at $56,268. Now, you guys know that I think the way it looks, and we don't know, but doing basic charting, we're probably going to head down into the 40s. That's what I think it's going to go. And of course, when you're trading, always remember, when you go into buy and stuff like that, always remember to make sure that you're charting, because the chart will tell you. Look at that right there. You see that? And I've been pretty spot on my numbers, as you guys know. You see here, it's been on a downward trend here since it hit its all-time high of $73,000. Let's take a look at that real quick. See here, Bitcoin trading at $56,026.54. And the market cap went down just a little bit. It's at $1.1 trillion. And so just so you know, guys and gals, just the other day, let me put my big head back up there. Just the other day, the stock market lost $1 trillion in one day, when there was about 30 companies that lost just a point here, a point there, a point here, a point there, a couple of points. And then, the market, it's not crashing. I'm just saying the crypto world is only a $2 trillion market capacity. So it wouldn't take nothing to crash this. So always pay attention. And I'm not giving any financial advice, but just pay attention to where your coins are, where your tokens are, where they're at. Why do you have them on an exchange? And why would you leave them on an exchange? A lot of folks say don't leave them on at all. If you can, take it off if you're not trading. And if you're buying and selling, of course, upload your wallet, connect your wallet so that you can do what you have to do, etc. Right? So anyway, just a lot of good stuff going on out there in the crypto world. It's exciting stuff. You're going to see these guys here. Let me see if I have their website up. Anyway, I think I'm going. They're going to put on somebody. Jose's going to come back and do some training here. And I think we're going to have him back on live here on Smart Money Culture Television for the next 30 minutes. He's really dynamic. Jose Camacho, he's the owner of A1 Roofing. He's doing some training today. So we won't show the guys and gals in training, but we're going to show him and what he's doing. Okay, y'all hold on. Let me flip my camera around right here. Bam. It would have helped if I'd have had this, if I'd have ran it up there. While we were on our break, I should have done that. I turned your light back on so I could. I was telling them how if your house is like 400 grand, I'm not the professional. These guys are the professional, but I've sold a few roofs. If your house is 400,000 and your roof is 20% of your house, that's 80,000. That the price of that roof should be somewhere between $40,000 and $80,000. Now, of course, these guys are professionals. They're going to tell you exactly what your roof should be. I may be a little bit low on that, but once again, there you go. Expect nothing but expect the best, right? When these guys come out, these guys are going to do. Yeah, there's the man right there. Got the back of his head. Holy cow. Jose, we're showing the back of your head over here.
Oh, there's not much to see there.
I'm going to put his, Texas. I'm going to put his logo up here too, so you guys, or not his logo. It's his website. I'm going to put it up there so you can see it while he's doing his training there. And of course, y'all see my logo up there at the top. I'm going to see if I can take that off of there.
guys. We're gonna continue on part 2 of the door-to-door training. Part 1, we went
Let me
over.
hit the light.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Part 1, we went over the importance of the pitch. Why is it important to have a pitch? How does that help you? How does that help guide you? We went over to make sure that they're qualifying prospects. We went over the importance of helping out homeowners, coming in with an agenda to help, and they're not taking advantage of people. We're helping people. We're educating people. The second part of doing that, being able to successfully do that, is to understand what we call rebuttals and objections, right? So, objections versus conditions. So, an objection we can generally overcome through logic and reason by isolating and overcoming, okay? A condition or objections we cannot overcome by any means. You guys understand that? So an objection is something that's overcomable. A condition is not overcomable. So what are some examples of conditions? Conditions could be they're renters. The home is in foreclosure. The roof was just done, like a brand new roof. They really don't have any money. They have like shot credit and going on bankruptcy. So those are common conditions, right? Bankruptcy, bad credit, home foreclosure, renter. There's nothing you can do about that. If those are real, then those are conditions that you cannot change. It's someone we unfortunately cannot help. We can't help someone if they can't afford a roof. We can't help someone if they're about to foreclose and lose their house, right? Unfortunately, there's not much we can do as roofing contractors in that situation. So when we have a condition, we move on to the next homeowner that we can help. And they'll generally give us objections that we'll be able to overcome using logic and reason. How to properly overcome an objection. The step 1 in overcoming an objection is acknowledging the objection without amplifying it, right? So an example of acknowledging an objection is a homeowner says, I don't have money right now. You acknowledge that by saying, I didn't expect you to have a big bag full of money, right? So I acknowledge his objection by saying that I understood and I didn't expect him to have money, but I did not amplify it. An example of amplifying an objection is if the homeowner says, I don't have any money, and I said, oh, you don't? Yeah, this is going to be pricey. I don't know if you don't have money, we'll be able to do this, right? In doing that, I'm amplifying the objection. You don't want to amplify any objection. If the homeowner says, I don't have time, you just simply say, I'll be brief. Oh, I'll be brief. I'll be brief is acknowledging the time aspect of things. But a wrong way of doing it would be amplifying that objection, but I don't have time, by saying, you don't have time? Yeah, you look like a busy person. Yeah, maybe I come tomorrow whenever you do have time. You're amplifying the objection by doing that. If you amplify it, you're going to make the situation a lot more difficult and worse than it is. So step 2 is rebuttal and overcome the objection. So the rebuttal is going to be with time. I'll be brief. In regards to money, I didn't expect you to have a big bag full of money. In regards to anything else, you say, I don't know what this would mean to you. That is your rebuttal. And then that's how you're going to overcome the objection to go back into your sales process. Step 3, you return to the script that corresponds to the objection. So let's say I'm doing the story and I'm saying, we are a local licensed, bonded, and insured roofing contractor. And the homeowner gives me the objection of, I already have a roofer. I would overcome the objection of I already have a roofer by saying, I don't know what this would mean to you, right? That would be my rebuttal. I don't know what this would mean to you. So I'm acknowledging the objection without amplifying it. And then in my rebuttal is, I don't know what this means to you. And then I overcome the objection by going back and re-saying this part of the story. I don't know what this means to you, but we're a localized bond insured roofing contractor. We specialize in roof restorations. The reason I stopped by. So this script, this pitch is made perfectly. So anywhere you get interrupted, you can go back a couple sentences where it makes the most sense and take off from there. That's why it's important that you memorize the script, because if you don't, you're going to get stuck. So let's say I say, The reason I stopped is because we just fixed some roofs in your neighborhood due to wear and tear from old age, and we noticed your roof has similar problems like your neighbor's roof. Right now, we're offering homeowners with roofs just like yours. We're helping homeowners with just like yours by offering a free and obligation roof inspection. They say they cut me off right there, and they say, my roof is good. I don't need inspection. I will say, I don't know what this means to you. And I'll go back here. Right now, we're helping homeowners with roofs just like yours by offering a free and obligation inspection so we can assess your roof and add it. So you simply say, I don't know what this means to you. You go back to where it makes the most sense, and you repeat that script. They don't know that you're scripted, so it's going to be in the top of your head, right? That's why it's important you guys know the script. That's how you overcome objections. It's simplistic. There's more advanced ways. We're going to go over more advanced ways over time. Right now, we're focusing on the 10-80-10 rule. We're focusing on getting the 10% that are easy folks to work with, right? This is going to get you this 10% guaranteed every time. When you work more towards the other 80%, we're going to use more advanced rebuttaling methods. This is simplicity at its finest.
So it sounds like we have.
So,
is the house itself?
Again, to rebuttals and overcoming objections, you have red light objections and you have green light objections. So a red light objection is an objection that should stop you in your tracks. These objections are hints that we need to ask more questions. An example of a red light objection would be, I didn't qualify for financing before. That's a red flag, right? If you're over here trying to tell them that you're going to do a free inspection, get an inspector out, see if we can help you fix your roof, and they say, yeah, I know my roof is needed to be replaced, but I didn't qualify for financing before. Red flag. Someone spoke to them, they called someone, they had some issue, they couldn't get it fixed. They had some sort of financial hardship, right? So this type of objection gives us a hint that maybe the prospect has tried to fix his roof in the weeks before. So we need to ask more questions to determine what happened, right? Why didn't they qualify for financing? Why didn't they do the entire roof? Were they not educated correctly on if they could do a repair or a half slope? Did they not know different options in regards to different products or underlayments that are more economical to fit their needs? And maybe if we use something more economical for them, they can better qualify. Did they not know there's different lenders that we work with? Did they not know there's different payment options? Did they not know we can negotiate, etc., right? Why didn't they qualify? Maybe they have a bankruptcy. Most folks, if they have bankruptcies within the first year to 5 years, they're not going to be able to qualify for much, right? Most lenders do not give out incomes to people that have bankruptcies unless they get those disputed and clean off the records. And that's something Dave Mackey can help folks with. But if that is the case, then they're probably not going to be able to finance anything. We're going to have to find a different alternative or solution, maybe a partial patch that they can afford and come out of pocket for. So always know when you're getting a red flag objection, right? A green light objection is an objection that we generally can overcome through isolating and overcoming. An example, I don't have that much money. That's not a problem. If they have a 600 credit score, 640 credit score, we can work with them. If they haven't had a recent bankruptcy, we can work with them, right? You might not have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to do your roof, but if you have a 640 credit score and above and no recent bankruptcies, we can offer you payment options. You will qualify, right? You might only have $2K, $3K. Great. We'll take $1,000 down, and then we'll qualify you for payment options. We can finance your roof. So that's a green light objection. That's something we can overcome. But if they had a bankruptcy and it's still on the record, it was recent, we can't overcome that. We can't help them with that. There's just no way of rebutting that. They're just not our client. We're just not a good fit. We got to go to the next client. So understand the difference of what is and is not an objection. So common objections during the first 3 steps. Your first 3 steps is going to be your intro, your story, and your pre-close. These are the common objections you're going to get, and these are usually knee-jerk objections. I'm busy. I don't have time. I don't have money. No soliciting. A big one that's not on here, I'm not interested. These are the common ones you're going to get in any of those steps in the intro, in the story, and the pre-close. And usually you'll get most of these right in the intro before you even say anything. These are smoke screens. These are knee jerks, right? People are scared. They're just trying to say stuff to get you out in front of the door. Remember, these are not real objections. They're knee-jerk objections. Sometimes homeowners are liars because they're scared. They think you're going to try to encapsulate them or intimidate them or sell them something. We're not here to do that. We're here to help homeowners. So common rebuttals to these knee-jerk or smoke screens is, I don't know what this would mean to you. And then you go back to the presentation, right? These are your 3 ammos, guys. Write these down. Have them engraved in your chromosomes. These are important. You're going to use these 3 ammos or rebuttals for every objection that you get, and you're going to train your guys to use these 3 rebuttals for any objections till they get experience, till we learn more advanced ones. This is 101 door knocking. They have to know these, right? So I don't know what this would mean to you. Anytime it's in regards to anything that's not related to time and money, you would say, I don't know what this means to you. I already have a roofer. I don't know what this means to you. I was a roofer. I don't know what this means to you. I think my roof is in good condition. I don't know what this means to you. Next one is, I'll be brief. I'll be brief is an objection that works anytime there's a relation in regards to time, right? Urgency. Right now it's not a good time. I'll be brief. I am busy. I'll be brief. Can you come back in a day, 2 days? I'll be brief. So I'll be brief is when the objection is in regards to time. When the objection is in regards to money, you would say, I didn't expect you to have a big bag full of money. So if you're doing your presentation in any step and the client cuts you off and gives you an objection of, I don't have money, I'm not going to buy nothing today. I didn't expect you to have a big bag full of money. If you're going over the presentation, you say, my inspector's on this way, and they say, I don't know, I don't think I can afford it. Hey, I didn't expect you to have a big bag full of money. Unless they say, hey, I really need a roof, I know it, but I don't qualify because I want bankruptcy, no lender's going to give you money, then that's a red light objection, right? Unless you're getting that, they're all green lights. Green light, you got the green light, you're good to go. So these are the main rebuttals we're going to use. I call these ammo. These are 3 ammos we're going to use to rebuttal everything. The only ones you can use together is I'll be brief, and I don't know what this means to you. If you say your inspector, usually you'll get cut off when you say your inspector's on the way, and they'll say, no, don't have him come over. No, that's okay. They'll say, I don't know what this means to you. I'll be brief. And then you go back to the script. So those are the ones you can use in conjunction. I don't know what this means to you. I'll be brief. So during step 4, the real objections will start to come out. What is step 4? Qualifications, right? Why do you guys think the real objections come out when you're qualifying the prospect?
Because that's when you find out if they qualify, if they can't.
Because you have to ask them questions to find out if they're qualifying. They're giving you information. When someone gives you information, they feel like they're already moving forward with something,
It's
right?
going to be a hit or miss. Either they should qualify or they won't.
Yep. But once you start asking those qualifier questions, they're giving you info. If you go to Walgreens or Walmart and there's someone doing surveys, you already know that if you stop, and they say, sir, can I take a minute of your time? You already know if you stop and you give them your phone number, your email, you're giving in, and before you know it, you're buying some product or doing some sort of donation. So homeowners know that. They're trained, right? They're unconsciously trained in doing that. So they know that when you start asking for information, stuff is getting real. They're giving you stuff, they're giving into you, you're somehow going to convince them or sell them something. They're getting that idea. That's why some homeowners don't want to give information, right? So you're going to get real objections. At that point in time, they're just going to put their cards down, they're going to put their poker face down and say, hey, I'm going to be honest with you, like, I just don't want to do my roof right now. I don't have money. My wife's not home, my husband's not home, etc. That's where you're going to get the real objections. You'll get them in step 4 because you're asking for them to give you information, and as soon as they give you information, you're giving in, you're going to your close, and you're having your inspector on the way. So here's where reality sits, and here's where you get real objections. So during step 4 and 6, isolate and overcome those objections using reason because they're probably real objections. Common objections during step 4 to step 6. I can't afford it. We're not ready to replace our roofs. The roof is not our priority. You're going to get that a lot right now. Yeah. The roof is not our priority. We'll call someone when we're ready. I'll call someone when I'm ready. I'll look them up. My wife or husband has all the information, right? They'll just throw it on them, throw them under the bus. I'm working on other projects before the roof. No one wants to do the roof. No one's excited about doing the roof. I have a roofer. If you had a roofer, your roofer wouldn't look like crud. It'd be in good condition. Would be knocking on your door. Right now is not a good time. When will ever be a good time to do your roof? When it leaks, that's the worst time. That's not a good time. So these are common objections that you're going to get in step 4 to 6. And you can simply isolate those, overcome them by saying, I don't know what this means to you. I'll be brief. I didn't expect you to have to back for the money. And then go to the presentation, right? We're not trying to sell anything to anyone at this point in time. We're trying to get them to give us permission to get our inspector to go up on the roof. Once our inspector finds the issue in the homeowners' houses, those issues sell themselves. We're not really making issues. We're not going up there and putting holes and breaking tiles on the roof. We're not creating more issues. We're letting them know the issues that currently exist in the roof that they didn't even know existed. We're educating homeowners. We're helping homeowners. Your job is to make them understand that, because they don't. And if they did, you would not be in the front of the door knocking. So, an example of an objection. I think I might have now before. Oh no, we're good. So an example, beautiful home, by the way. How long have you owned it? I've owned it for 10 years, and then you get an objection. I'm not ready to replace my roof right now. Right? That's a rating qualification. So you're in the qualification, and you're saying, beautiful home, by the way, how long have you owned it? And they say 10 years, you say, great. And before you get to the point where you ask, what's the approximate age of the home? Homeowner cuts you off and says, I'm not ready to replace my roof right now. They feel it coming. They feel the pressure. They're getting scared. They pop and give you an objection. So we isolate, overcome the objection, avoid amplifying the objection by saying something like, I understand that you're not ready to replace your roof. I'll be back when you are. That's amplifying, right? So we want to avoid saying that. We talked about that earlier. An example to doing this right would be to isolate and say, I don't know what this means to you. And then you overcome the objection by saying, but right now, we're helping homeowners with roofs just like yours by offering a free and obligation roof inspection. Now, where does that come from? Comes from your pre-close. So you just say your pre-close, you're in your qualification, beautiful home, by the way, how long have you owned it? You get cut off, I'm not ready to replace my roof. You go back over here. I don't know what this means to you. And then you do this part, where I'm going to get my ladder and do the inspection, right? For you, Alex. So you go back to this point and repeat that, right? That's what we're doing here. We're going back to the pre-close. I overcame, got back to my pre-close. I assume that it worked, and then I go back to my presentation. Start back to the previous paragraph before you got cut off with the objection that makes the most sense. And you do that in any step. If you get cut off here, you overcome the objection and start back over here. If you get cut off here, you overcome the objection and start over here. You get cut off here, you overcome the objection and start over here. It's a simple process. But to know how to go back and forth, you have to know this by heart, right? If not, it's really hard to go back and forth. That's a simple process, and that's all it is. Alex, you've seen me do this process over and over again every time the same way. It's not rocket science. I don't go and say crazy stuff to overcome objections. I can, right? Oh, I know you didn't want me to do your roof inspection today, and that's why I can say a bunch of stuff. I don't. I keep it simplistic. I only use this because I preach this and I teach this and I show by example. Because if I don't abide by this, then how am I going to train and teach people, right? So that's why it's important that we follow this. Yeah. So rebuttals and overcoming objections, part 2. Ideally, your rebuttals will correspond to the objections. Example 1. Hello, glad to catch you home. You're in the introduction. You get an objection. I'm not interested. You're going to get that a lot. You're just going to knock like, hello, glad to catch you. I'm not interested. So your rebuttal will be, I don't know what this would mean to you, but I am such and such with A1 Roofing. I ticket you on the home here, right? So you just go back to it. Make sure they're the homeowner. Ticket you on the home here. They say, yeah, but I'm not interested. Hey, I'll be brief. I know what this means to you. My name's Alex with A1 Roofing. I can ticket you on the home here. Great, that's awesome. So you just go back. As many times as they cut you off here, you go back because you have nothing to go back to before this, right? So you just go back to the start and repeat it. It's as simple as that. Now, business cards. Everyone and the mama wants business cards when they go door knocking. Business cards do not work. It's rare. My bad. Let me restate that. They might work. If you hand out 1 million, you might get one call back. Generally, they don't work. 99% of the time, business cards do not work when you're going door to door. The reason it does not work is because homeowners see that as their one-way ticket out. Homeowners will ask for business card, so you leave. They'll say, oh, just give me your card. I'll call you back later. No, they won't. They're just going to get your card. They're going to get it, save it in a pile with the other 100 cards that they get in a week, and then throw it out at the end of the month. They're not going to save your information. They're not going to save your card. When's the last time you got a business card and you took the time to get it, put in your contact, and save it? Very rarely. You probably save the contact and someone texts you, and then you just go add and then put the information. It's easier, right? Try getting a bunch of business cards in a day. You think they're going to take a whole freaking hour, 2 hours as a homeowner to sit down and put all that information in their contacts? Probably not. Yeah. They're going to get your business card and lose it or throw it away. I lose business cards unintentionally. Like I go to expos and get contractors' information to keep it so I can use contractors in case we need them. And then I go home and I'm trying to put them in my phone and I can't find half of them. I don't know where they just fell out while I was driving or something, right? So business cards don't work. A lot of cameras just think they need business cards before they start. No, they don't work. They work to get you out in front of the door. Because they'll say, I'll call you back. Yeah, I'll call you back. Give me that. They won't. So instead, when a potential prospect asks you for a business card, you say, oh, I actually gave out my last card at the last store. I'll do you a better one. What's your phone number? Is it a 602-480? 602-480? Okay. I'm going to text you my name, and that way how you can save it on your phone. Right? So it's like you're doing them a better service. That's what I do. And then they give me the objection, why don't I give you my information? Well, if you ask for my card, it's fair enough, right? You ask for my information, I'm trying to give it to you, right? I'm trying to help you out. And then be direct. Hey, I'm just trying to help you out. It sounds like you may have had a bad experience with door-to-door people. That's not us, right? A little bit about us. We're a local licensed body insured roofing contractor. We specialize in roof restorations. You said you're the homeowner, right? Yeah, and then you can do your pitch, right? So don't give away business cards. What we do have is we have a flyer that says, I need to give it to you. It says, sorry, I missed you. And then it explains that we're doing roofs around the area due to winter from old age. This is urgent. We couldn't get a hold of you. We're not home. Please give me a call. And it's going to have the office information, your information. At the bottom, you're going to sign with a blue pen. You're going to make a bunch of copies. Then you're going to fold it like this, hamburger raise, and then you're going to stick that in the door when homeowners don't answer. That's your only thing you're going to get is a business card, and that's just when they don't answer. Raymond just went to a deal today that he left that on the door a couple of days ago, and they called him back. Because sometimes they do need roofs, and sometimes they don't. They're just not home. Sometimes you actually caught someone when they weren't home. This is going to help with that, right? Just leaving a message behind, telling that you're trying to help them out. But you don't give the paper to a prospect that's in front of you. Because if you do, they'll take that and say, great, Alex it is. I'll call you when I need you, Alex. Thank you. Right? You didn't convince them. They still have that issue on the roof, and you know it. They don't know it. You didn't do good a job convincing them because you didn't overcome their objections. You didn't listen to their concerns. So never give the paper to someone until you close and you do your inspection. You should not be giving any paperwork out to or business cards. B-bags are for sleaze bags, I always say. Couldn't tell you how many times I build canvassing teams, and they come back and say, oh, this one was so close. They told me to come back tomorrow. I'm going to get them. What time? Tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then it's like they go and there's no one there. Homeowners are sometimes liars. Sometimes they get a kick out of it. They'll tell you to come back intentionally in a time that they know they will not be home because they're at work or doing something, to have you show up at that time, get frustrated, and stop bugging them. Like, that happens way too often. It is rare that you're going to have a be-back from a homeowner telling you to come back, and then they'll be there and they'll be like happy for you to go. No. Usually that'll happen if you leave a flyer and then they call you. That's different because they need your service. But if you're there, they'll tell you to come back just to get you out of the front of the door and intentionally come back in a time they know they will not be there. So don't get outsold. Avoid be-backs by implementing a higher sense of urgency, really solidifying the opportunity that you have for the homeowner. The free inspection is for today only, right? Right now, today only, because you're in the neighborhood right now. You're not in the neighborhood tomorrow. You're not in the neighborhood when they want you to be in the neighborhood. You're in the neighborhood right now. That's the sense of urgency. They say, oh, can you come back tomorrow? No, I can't. I'm here today. There's opportunities here for today. You're going to miss out this opportunity. If you expect me to come back tomorrow, we cannot address this today. Can you make some time? This is really important. Like, we just went on your neighbor's roofs, and we just found some things of concerns, and we think your roof may have similar issues like that. Like, you might want to know what's going on, right? You build that urgency. You guys ever heard of fear of missing out? FOMO? FOMO. Apply it. When they say that, apply the FOMO and apply the bandwagon. All your neighbors are doing it, and you're going to miss out because I'm not coming back tomorrow. I'm a busy guy. I'm doing community service today and today only. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel like it. You're either going to get help from me today, and I'm going to be able to help you like I did many of your neighbors and find out what issues you have, or that's just not going to happen. And then you're just going to wait for your roof to collapse and have structural damage. Well, what do you mean structural damage? And then you go back to your pitch. So, sense of urgency. Not tomorrow, not next day, right? I'll be brief, and then go back to it. Remember, the more no's that you get, the closer you get to a yes. This also goes for objections. Hand in hand. The more objections that you get, the closer you get to a yes. Welcome the objections. Train your people to be excited when they get objection. Let them know that they're getting real objections. It's because that homeowner is playing ball with them. That homeowner is asking qualifying questions. And when you overcome all the no's, you overcome all the objections, what's left for them to say? Yes, right? You overcome everything, and it makes sense to them, and they agree to you, and they tell you that this makes sense, then why wouldn't they say yes? You overcome all the no's, overcome all the objections, they're going to say yes. This is how the game goes. Our job is to get to the end of a script and overcome all the objections and train our people to do that so they get to the yes eventually. When you're starting sales or door-to-door, what's one of the biggest fears? What do you guys think? And what does that look like? That looks like a no, right? A no or an objection. That is all sales is. Because you're door knocking, you're doing sales. You're convincing people to move forward with something. When you're selling, right? You want to convince and teach people that it's not hard to get a no and get more answers from them, and teach them and train the homeowners why it's important to let you do the inspection to get to the yes. That is what our job is, convincing people to go from all the no's to the yeses and be okay with it when we're training other folks. And you're going to do that by rebuttaling and building rapport. Rapport. That's going to get you closer to the sales. And it's okay having all the no's. There's a saying by Henry Ford that says, there are no big problems. There are just a lot of little problems, right? What's meant by that as it relates to canvassing is it's okay to have a bunch of no's. It's just a bunch of little problems. One no, it's not a big problem, right? Just a bunch of little problems. You take it that way, you learn how to eat it up a bite at a time, you get through all those objections, eventually you're going to get a yes, you're going to get the sell. Be okay. Be excited when you get an objection, right? So the goal is to get to the finish line. You want to overcome all the objections, and the finish line is your script. You want to finish your entire script or pitch, and then remember that it's important that you say everything to the teeth on that script. Don't wheel in someone and not take it out, skin it, gut it, and put it in the kitchen table, right? Winner, chicken dinner. It does you no good to do your pitch, overcome a little bit of objections, and then at the end, get stuck on an objection and not ask for the sell. That's what we mean by that. It's the analogy, right? You want to complete the process. Saying the script is no good if you don't overcome objections and you don't ask for in your case, for the sell, in your case, to set the appointment, right? You have to do the whole process. Always ask for the sell at the end. Worst case scenario, you get a no. No one's going to come and slap you and punch you or knife you. If they do, like I said, I'll take them to court. Their kids are going to need to go to court. So be okay with asking for the sell. Know that it's part of the process. Know that you have to finish. Don't get stumped. So we're going to do some practice on overcoming objections. Most importantly, have fun with it, guys. It's fun going door to door. It's fun helping homeowners. It's fun. It's almost like a chess game. Why do you guys think people play chess? Right? People play chess because it's fun. They learn stuff. They get smarter. That's how it is at the doors. To me, it's fun because if I go to a door and I don't sell that client, they beat me. They outsold me. They overcame more than I overcame their objections, right? So I always look at it that way. That's why I keep track of my numbers too. So we're going to do some quick role playing. Who wants to start first?
Me.
You? All right. You're going to be the home, or you're going to be the roofer, inspector, the canvasser. I'm going to be the homeowner. So start it off. Hi, yeah, how can I help you?
Hello, glad to get you home. My name is Olivia with A1 Roofing. I take it you're the homeowner here.
What do you want?
So we are a local licensed bonded and insured roofing contractor. We specialize in roofing restorations. The reason why I stopped by is because we just fixed some roofs in your neighborhood due to wear and tear from old ages, and we think your roof may have similar problems, just like your neighbor's roof. Right now, we are helping homeowners with roofs, just like Dirt, by offering free, no obligation roof inspection, so we can assess your roof to see if there's any repairs or recommended. My inspectors is going to stop by to do a thorough inspection of your roof and edit like we did with many of your neighbors. Beautiful home, by the way. How long have you owned it?
I don't own the home. I'm a renter.
You're a renter?
See what you did there? Alex saw it. He's
Yeah,
fine.
I went through the whole thing. Without
Yeah. So I cut you off. I said, what do you want? And you forgot to validate if I was the homeowner or not.
You're right.
So I'm not even the right prospect to be your friend today.
No, it's not just wasting my time.
Yeah. Got you there, huh?
But do you have the homeowner's contact information?
No. I really wish. What would you say? I really wish you were the homeowner. We're here today only, and we have a great program we're offering. And this house is one of the few houses actually qualifies for this program. But since you're not the homeowner, we cannot help you. What's the program? We know it's damaged, and we're offering free inspection, and they can pay our money and we pay them. That's the program, right? You don't tell them that. Your inspector tells them that. You just tell them they're missing on this program. It's just you're not the homeowner. I can't help you. Have a great day, though. I wish you were. Have a great day. Bye. And then sometimes they'll come back and be like, whoa, I didn't hear you. I am the homeowner. I misunderstood you. Or, oh, well, my wife is the homeowner. Let me go grab her. But you want to make sure from the start that you're following this to the teeth.
Would
Right?
it be okay if they said I'm not the homeowner? I'm like, no, it's the homeowner here.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
Oh, okay.
I see you're not. I'll still push the great opportunity, right? Because people are going to take care of their own people. They don't know if you're from Child Protective Services. They don't know if you're IRS. They don't know if you're a debt collector. They have no idea who you rent to, right? So they're going to be like, who's asking? Who's asking and why? Oh, no, he ain't here, right? You ever see those shows where they go after people with warrants?
Yeah, the bondsman.
Yeah, bondsmen. They have shows about them, and they'll go and they try to find them, and then their friends are like, he ain't here. And
I
it's
don't
like,
even know somebody
it's
by
like,
that name.
it's like, yeah, we know. Don't act like we know he's here. We follow him here. We have GPS. We know he's in there. We need to go inside and get him.
Yeah.
He ain't here. You know, if you don't let us inside, it's something illegal, right? Well, unless you got a search warrant, you can't come in here. He's not in here. I'm saying he's not here, so go away. So you're gonna get into that push game with the homeowner. You want to avoid that by saying, first, why? Why are you so excited that you wish they were the homeowner and what that homeowner is potentially gonna miss out on? Once you explain that, I really wish you were the homeowner. This is a great opportunity, and for today only. And this is one of the few houses that qualifies. But you're not the homeowner. I can't help you. Unfortunately, I can't help this homeowner. Is he here? You know, they don't. If they say, "Oh, well, I'm just a renter. I'm sorry." Oh, is he here? You know? Oh, well, yeah, let me grab him. They're gonna want to go grab him now because now they want their friend or family member to miss out on this great opportunity you're so excited about, right? So you still want to say that before you ask if the homeowner's there. So usually they'll tell you. Usually if you go excited like that, they'll tell you, well, he's inside, let me grab him. Oh, it's actually my dad, let me go grab him. But they're not going to want to go get the dad out because you guys going to be pissed because you're probably not the first one that goes and knocks on the door and after the homeowner get their dad, that says, next time someone calls for me, make sure it's why they're trying to sell me something, don't even get me, right? I'm the same way. People know better. If someone's here looking for me, they know better. They say I'm not available and they take down their information and I'll get back to them when it's important. Because usually someone trying to sell me something. They're going to want to have me stuck here for hours trying to sell me something, and I'm not conducting business, right? So I get distracted. So that's the same way that people train their people, right? So you want to be careful for that. All right, Alex, you want to give it a run?
Yeah.
So knock on me. Hello?
Hey, glad I cut your home. I'm Alex with A1 Roofing. Are you the homeowner?
How can I help you?
Yeah, so right now we're offering this great opportunity for homeowners in the area. I'm not sure if you're the homeowner at all.
Yeah.
You're the homeowner? Great. Right now, the reason I'm knocking is because we're in the area. We just fixed one of your neighbor's roofs right down the street right here.
The reason I stopped by.
The reason I stopped by, we just fixed one of your neighbors right down due to wear and tear and old age, and we noticed that your roof has similar problems as theirs. Right now, we're helping homeowners with roofs just like yours by offering a free no obligation roof inspection.
I got a roofer, but I'm good, thank you.
You got a roofer?
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, I don't know if this means to you.
So
but
you want to avoid amplifying the objection, right? So the
I thought it was
objection.
an acknowledgement or not?
No.
Just don't even acknowledge.
You're acknowledging by saying, "Oh, I don't know what this means to you."
Okay.
So it's a soft acknowledgement, right? Because if they say, "I already have a roofer," you say, "Oh, you already have a roofer?" Yeah, I do, and then they'll close the door, right? So now you're pushing this game.
Yeah.
So they push back and they say, "I got a roofer," and then you push back and say, "You got a roofer?" They'll push back and say, "I got a roofer." Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I can be your roofer. We're the best, and you're going on this tug of war.
Okay.
So that's a little bit, even though it might not come off that way, it's a little bit of amplifying the situation. So you want to avoid repeating that, right? You want to acknowledge that by saying, "I don't know what this means to you." That's both your acknowledgement and your rebuttal for that scenario. So they say, "I got a roofer." You say, "I don't know what this means to you," and then you go back. You go back to that part of the script.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, all right, your turn now. We'll take it from top.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Glad to catch you home. My name is Aaliyah with A1 Roofing. I take you the homeowner here.
Yeah. What's up?
Perfect. So we're a local licensed bonded and insured roofing contractor who specializes in roof restorations. The reason why I stopped by is because we just fixed some roofs in your neighborhood due to wear and tear from old ages.
I think my roof is good, honestly, but thank you though. I appreciate you coming by.
I don't know what that would mean to you.
I don't know what this would mean to you.
Yeah.
I don't know what this would mean to you.
Oh, this. I don't know what this would mean to you.
Uh-huh.
But right now we are helping homeowners with roofs just like yours by offering free no obligation roof inspection, so we can assess your roof to see if assess your roof to see if there's any repairs are recommended. My inspectors are going to stop by to do a thorough inspection of your roof and attic like we did with many of your neighbors.
You guys did some of the neighbors' roofs here? Was that you guys that did the one around the corner?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Beautiful home, by the way. How long have you owned it?
Oh, thank you. I've owned it for about 20 years.
Wow, 20 years?
Yeah, we're actually, my wife and I were the first owners here.
That's awesome. Did you build it?
No, we already bought it. It's a suburb community, so we already bought it like that. But we're the first owners, and we were able to negotiate with the builder and had some things modified. So we're kind of happy about that.
That's nice. Do you know approximate age of the home?
To be honest, I think my roof is good. I really don't think we need to get a roof done, but appreciate you coming by.
Well, I don't know what this would mean to you, but we are offering free, no obligation roof inspections. We just got to make sure that the roof doesn't have bad wear and tear, and we can repair off recommended.
Okay, and then go back to it quick. And what was the age of the home again? Right? What's the age of the roof? Gotta go back to that fast, right?
Oh, okay.
Because if you pause, you're gonna make it awkward, and I don't know if you want me to answer or say something or give you another objection. So you go back to it quick. So once you rebuttal, go back to it and go back to where it makes sense. Assume it worked, go back to it.
Okay. You want me to go back?
Back to asking where I cut you off. You're not gonna ask me, if you already asked me how long I lived here, you're not gonna ask me that again. You're just gonna ask me where I cut you off.
And then
What's the age of the roof?
So like I said, right now we are helping homeowners with roofs, just like yours, by offering a free, no obligation roof inspection. Do you know the approximate age of the roof?
Well, I'm assuming it's 20 years. It's the original one.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna have my inspection manager stop by here right now so he can assess your roof and your attic. By the way, my name is Aaliyah. What's her name?
Marco?
Marco, nice to meet you, Marco. What's the address? Wait, what's the address here?
Address.
I already have that. Why did I? Because I'm knocking on your house, so now I know where you live.
It's a cat and mouse game.
Oh.
You're just trying to get them to give you more information. Or you can always say like, oh, I say it's so 4550. We're still on Rosewood Street. Okay, and that's it. Good. Okay. All right.
What's the best contact phone number to reach you? A 480 or 602?
These are easy questions, and you know that they know that you know the information to the address, right?
Yeah.
You know you can find it on Google. It's just to get them to say yes to a lot of things that they know. You're training them to give you more information and say yes. That's all this is. It's a mind game. So, what's the next part?
What's the best contact phone number to reach you at? 480 or 602?
It's actually a 623.
A 623.
Number.
All right, awesome. What did you say your name was? Marco? Or
Yeah.
Mario?
Marco.
Marco. Awesome, Marco. We look forward to helping you. My inspector will see you soon. Have a great day.
Always focus that when you're asking them something, especially your name, you remember it. That will kill the deal.
Well, I know that's not your name. So
Yeah,
that's
I
all I
know.
was like, wait, what did you
Always
say?
try to remember the name. And what I do, because I am so clumsy, guys, I swear I am. What I do is when I have my notebook, I write down their name. Any information they give me, I write it down. Because I know I'm going to forget. I know that I'm more stuck on getting ready. I'm like this. Mentally, I'm like this with my guard up.
Mhm.
I'm ready and I'm pinching. I'm doing my pitch. And then when they give me objections, I'm overcoming them, I'm blocking them. I'm fighting in my mind with them, right? So it's real easy for me to get concentrated on fighting and forget their name. So stuff like that, they tell me their pet's name, I write it down. Has a pet named this? His name is this. I write it down because then I'll use that at the end for the qualification, and then I'll use that also for the cool down period, right? And then one thing I missed, and we'll go over this when we go over tomorrow. We go over body language and tonality. If they have a dog, I ask them, is it friendly? Can I pet them? When you're gonna pet a dog, you always go down, put your hand like this, let them come to you. Now we're trying to grab and pet them, right? And they sniff me and I just slowly kind of go, I'm like, oh, it's cute, warrior girl, right? Never say what's his name. Like, it's a her, and you get offended, right? Is it a boy or girl? Is it a boy? Oh, he's so cute. What's his name? I love pets, and that just helps you. And people will tell you, oh wow, I'm surprised you can